ready to perform for you, but I want you to go wild and crazy as we welcome to the stage Greta! Now, Greta, you have a very special talent that you're going to share with us. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to try to entertain everybody with a little bit of stand-up comedy.
Some stand-up comedy. You have a few jokes for us. Now, are your jokes better than Peter the Cruise Director's?
I'll let you decide later.
I think they have to be. I don't think they could be much worse.
I'm not a pro, so.
It's alright, I'm leaving tomorrow, I can say that. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Greta!
How's everybody doing? Great! I was a little anemic. Come on, how's everybody doing? Great! I can say things like anemic because I'm a nurse. Anyway, so disclaimer, I am not a professional comedian. I know it's a shock, it's true. Most of my material is stolen. Maybe stolen's a little harsh. I mean, musicians sing other people's songs. I tell other people's jokes for the most part. I got a reason. I'm not a professional. I'm actually an OBGYN nurse practitioner. Now, some of my patients think I'm pretty funny. Unfortunately, sometimes it's when I'm actually trying to be serious. But, you know, some of the things that go on, you know, now with these pesky new federal HIPAA privacy regulations, it kind of spoils the fun. You know, I can't share a lot of it with you, but I can give you some idea of what goes on. So, where I work, I love my job. I work for a very nice practice, and we're nice to people, you know? We're really good about certain things, like calling people with test results, because it's mean to make them wait. So we call them, you know, there's certain specialties where you really better be nice. Dentists, gynecologists, you know, anesthesia, maybe not so much if patients are asleep. Pathologists, half of them are dead. Gynecology, dentistry, sort of important, because for some reason they seem to notice what you're doing. So we're nice and we call them with test results. So here are a couple of general examples without violating anybody's privacy. I can give you an idea. What's the sort of thing that goes on in the wonderful world of women's health? So calling somebody with their test results, one ringy-dingy, two ringy-dingies. Hi, it's the nurse. I'm calling with your test results. Congratulations. What? You're not happy. Okay. What? How could this have happened? Well, we now know what causes it. All right, this next one, this is less common, but something like it happened to someone I know, not a patient, so I can get a little more detail. One ringy dingy. Ding, 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 ding. Hi, it's the nurse. I'm calling with your ultrasound read. So, ma'am, now calm down. I'm sorry, I don't understand. You're gonna have to calm down or I won't be able to understand what you're saying. You what? You think what? Ma'am, why? What on earth would make you think the baby has two heads? All right, I'm sorry, you what? Okay, you saw some blobs on the sonogram screen, and you Googled it on WebMD. And this is what you came up with, a nice one. Okay, ma'am, at this time, I'm going to have to ask you to set the mouse down and step away from the computer. Take a deep breath, listen to me. It's just twins. Okay, here's another one. One ringy-dingy, two ringy-dingies. Hey, yeah, no, it's me, the nurse. Listen, now sit down. Okay, all right. Just as we suspected, it's positive. Both of you, you're gonna have to come right back in for antibiotics, both of you, yeah. Now, what's that? He said, what? Listen, honey, I don't care what he told you. There's only one way that you can catch this, and it ain't from trying on bathing suits in the Macy's changing room. No, not in Nordstrom's either. Calm down. Get your shot of penicillin. Come on down. So that's the sort of thing that actually does tend to go on. But sometimes more serious stuff happens. My background's public health, so many years ago when the AIDS crisis first broke out, I was working in the public sector. And the news started coming out, and we were all very worried. We could see the writing on the wall, man. We knew this was going to be bad. And we were thinking about a public health approach, conscious awareness and all this. And it's tricky. Now, I've always been of the opinion that you can get through to people better if you use humor. Because if you make somebody laugh, they're going to remember more of what you explained to them, usually. But, as you can imagine, that was something of a challenge under those circumstances. We were doing what we could, And then a miracle happened. Magic Johnson comes out with his diagnosis. Very, very brave. Did the world a lot of good. I have to admit, I saw this as an opportunity. I got it. I've got our ad campaign. I can see it now. I can see it on billboards, subway ads, the works. We get Irwin on down here. We get my husband, the photographer, to come in, take some nice pictures of him holding up a package of Trojans, and the caption's obvious, people. Okay. Magic or not, cover your junk. They didn't go for it. It was a shame. You know, back then the sponsors were more conservative. Oh, people are dying, but we don't want to offend them. Yeah. A few million infected people later, now anything goes. You know, I saw a billboard, you know, with a scantily dressed female person up there, you know. 2 words, boys. Skin condoms. This changes everything. Where are you in 1990? You know? Yeah. But, you know, you can't go back, only forward. So, anyway, but as you can see, it's probably best, under the circumstances, if I do stick with the stolen material. So here goes. Okay. So this is one that I recently stole from Reader's Digest. I may have embellished it a little bit. So it's the story of this married couple. And it's not a good marriage. He's no Prince Charming. He's kind of got a mean streak. You know, he runs around on her. He has affairs. He lies about it. He leaves the seat up in the middle of the night. Yeah. I know. It's a shame. It's a terrible shame. So, you know, she's maybe not the brightest bulb in the family chandelier herself. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. But her approach to this is she's going to get even, have an affair. Okay? Very smart, with the expected results. So she's got one of those work-at-home jobs, so it's not that hard to pull off. She's decided she's going to have an affair now with the exterminator. So eventually the husband gets wind of it, and, you know, hypocrite, you know, he's going to come home and catch them at it, you know. So he comes home, the wife hears the car, and he recognizes his motor. She says, oh my God, it's my husband. She pushes the guy in the closet. Quick, she's pulling on her clothes. Quick, she's making the bed. Oh, his clothes are back. Pushes them under the bed, sits at the desk, trying to make like she's just working all innocent. Like, I know you've got a guy in here, and he's running around, and he's looking for the guy. Well, the closet, not the world's most original hiding place. It does not take this guy long. Flings open the closet. There's the guy standing there, and they all together. And the husband goes, who the hell are you? He says, well, I'm the exterminator. He says, well, what the hell are you doing here? He says, well, I was called in to investigate a severe infestation of moths. And the guy goes, oh yeah? So what happened to your clothes? The guy looks down at himself. Ah, those little bums! So I'll leave it to your imagination as to how that scene played out. But this couple, you got to give them credit. They did try. They went to a marriage counselor, and nothing worked. You know, soon enough, they're back to their old mishigas, their old shenanigans. So he's cheating on her, leaving the seat up, and she decides she's going to have an affair. This time, she's going to be more careful and more creative should the need arise. So things are going on. Eventually, the husband gets wind of it. Hypocrite. He just got back from a lunch at Sign Nation. I don't want to tell you about it. It's such a shame. But anyway, he decides he's going to come home and catch them at it. She hears the truck come in, his car pull in. He comes in the house. He storms in the house. He comes up, runs up to the room, and she's sitting there. And goes, oh, hello, dear. I know you got a guy in here. Oh, yeah, prove it. All right, so he pulls open the closet door. There's nobody there. Looks under the bed. Nobody there. Looks in the bathroom, pulls back the shower curtain. There's nobody there. Now he's starting to get really enraged. And he goes running through the house, room by room by room. He's looking for the guy. He just knows she's got a guy in here. He gets to the kitchen, and he hears outside on the street some footsteps running away. He pulls open the kitchen door, and he sees a guy is running down the street, and he gets this adrenaline rush. And he yanks the refrigerator right out of the wall and hurls it out the door at the guy and connects and kills him. When he saw what he did, boy, the shock, the guilt, he drops dead from a heart attack. Okay, next scene, pearly gates, St. Peter, some guys are lined up, they gotta explain themselves, see if can they get in. Okay, so St. Peter says to the first guy, you, I wasn't expecting to see you anytime soon, if at all. You better explain yourself, buddy, what happened? It's the husband, and he says, I have to confess, I repent. And he tells the whole story. He says, I was a bad person, I could have chosen to be a good person. I was bad to my wife, I ran around, I lied, I cheated, I left the seat up. And my wife, I drove her to having an affair, and then I couldn't give her a hard time about it, and I'm running around the house, and he's telling the whole story. I'm looking for the guy, the bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen. Hear the footsteps running down the street, and in my jealous rage, I got this adrenaline rush, and I pull the door open, and I rip the refrigerator out of the wall, and I hurl it at the guy, and it connects, and I killed him. And in my terrible guilt and shock and remorse, I drop dead of a heart attack. I repent. St. Peter gives it a moment's thought. He goes, well, you've been a schmuck, but I I believe you. I believe you repent. I don't see how anybody can get more remorseful than dropping dead of a heart attack. All right, you can go. You're on KP duty for the first month, buddy, but you can go in. All right. The second guy, what happened to you? He goes, you tell me. I'm minding my own business. I am running down the street trying to catch 57 bus, and all of a sudden, you can't make this stuff up. This refrigerator comes flying through the air, and here I am. What? You tell me. The guy goes, oh yeah, all right. Innocent bystander, freak accident, you can go in, go right to the front of the line. Okay, VIP room. Okay, third guy. So, what happened to you? He goes, all right, this is gonna be a little hard to explain. Okay, I was hiding inside this refrigerator. I stole it from somebody. Okay, last one. So, just speaking of how it is that people find themselves in front of the pearly gates and circumstances that can lead to this. So there's this guy. He thinks of himself as a very pious guy. You know, he talks all the time about his perfect faith in the Lord, but he doesn't do anything about it. He doesn't interact with people. He doesn't look for opportunity to do good deeds. He just talks about his perfect faith in the Lord. Anyway, one thing leads to another. He finds himself in grave peril one day. Never mind what led up to it. He's standing on the roof of a burning building. Leave it at that. So there he is. But he's not worried. I have perfect faith in the Lord will save me. So along comes the fire department, and they pull up with the truck, and they put up with the ladder, and the fireman is climbing up the ladder. Mister, give me your hand. I'll help you climb down the ladder. Come on. He goes, no, I'm fine. I have perfect faith. The Lord will save me. He goes, no, seriously, mister, come on. The flames are getting higher. I can't keep the ladder up much. Give me a hand. No, the Lord will save me. This guy's a real Fruit Loop. He's got to get down the ladder. What are we going to do now? So they pull out the trampoline. Okay? They hold out the trampoline. They pull out the bullhorn. Mister, jump. We'll catch you. It's all right. Please. The flames are getting higher. You don't have much time. Jump. I have perfect faith in the Lord. The Lord will save me. I have perfect faith in the Lord. The Lord will save me. Okay. This one's got a few screws loose. Okay, we're going to have to send in the helicopter. We're going to scoop them up and drop them in Bellevue already. Okay, so they send with a helicopter, and it's now the flames are too intense. They can't even send a guy down, so they send the chain with a hook. They're trying to grab him by the back of the belt buckle, pull, and he keeps dancing. No, I'm fine, thanks. No, I have perfect faith in the Lord. The Lord will save me. And of course, what happens next? The building collapses. Next thing you know, there's a somewhat scorched, bewildered-looking guy standing in front of the pearly gates, and St. Peter's standing there looking at him like this. He said, how could this happen to me? I had perfect faith that the Lord would save me. St. Peter goes, dummy! Who do you think sent the fire truck with the ladder, with the trampoline, with the helicopter, with the hook? You're not getting in. Not only are you not getting in, you got to go back for a redo. Yes, that's right. You need a life. You got to get a life. You need to work hard and interact with people and face daily challenges constantly. And that's what tests your faith, and that's how you build faith. You can't just say you get perfect faith by just saying it. You got to do something. So you, buddy, you are going back, and you are being reincarnated as a cruise ship director. Thank you very much.
Ladies and